Samsun. If there was a poem about the cities of Turkey, Samsun would be in the first verse. Beautiful places abound, with the people well known for their happy, smiley faces. This city chooses to be dynamic and is growing fast. As for its places of natural beauty, there are many. It has beautiful beaches, lakes and health-giving spas, with the pleasures of the summer and winter seasons felt separately on the many impressive plateaus. Its cuisine is also of special note. Local specialities include Turkish dishes such as pide, tirid and menemen, with everybody loving anchovies. The first step, the first breath. This district reminds us of the first step that changed Turkish history. The Honor Monument is one of the symbols of the Independence War and shows the majesty of Ataturk in all his splendor. You can find all kinds of social activities in this center for art and culture. There is the State Opera and Ballet, the State Theatre, the State Choir, as well as galleries, museums and libraries. Moreover, because of its position, there are many valuable works of cultural and historical art. If your heart desires spiritual nourishment, there are many interesting mosques to be visited. The history of Samsun stretches back 6,000 years, and many impressive artifacts from all periods are on display in the Ethnography Museum. As for the Gazi Museum, this can boast a rich collection of possessions owned by Ataturk. Shoppers won't be disappointed. The Foreign Market, Mecidiye and Çiftlik High Street have everything you may want to buy. After shopping, a walk around the zoo, or a tea break at the lovely Sevgi Girl cafeteria next to a small beautiful lake are certain to make you feel happy. For families or romantics, a short ride on a horse and cart along the coast is a must. The Bandırma ferry symbolizes the struggle, the hope, and the difficult days experienced by everybody during the War of Independence. With no expense spared on its renovation, it has been carefully restored to its former glory and is now an interesting museum. On a beautiful sunny day, you may enjoy a long walk in the big Doğu Park, which is on the coast, and enjoy the nice views from this old commercial centre. The Meşe Culture Facility is one of the most popular spots for locals seeking good food, nature and impressive views of Samsun and the Black Sea. Also in Canik, there is a waterfall that won't disappoint you. If you fancy cable water skiing, the first one in Turkey was prepared here in Sukai. Canik is changing quickly with many projects of urban renewal. It is a favourite for people preferring modern property with a sea and mountain view, and with Başarı University and other investments, is quickly becoming a regional centre for health and tourism. Atakum is an example of modern urbanization projects that harm the environment minimally. On the border with Ilkadem, there is the Amasus Kings Cemetery. After a short, pleasurable trip on a cable car, you may enjoy some local food with a beautiful view of the Black Sea. This is probably the Black Sea's most dynamic area, with many exciting bars and cafes opposite the region's most beautiful beach. What's more, 19 Mayıs University is here. And there is the Butter Park that has go-karting for everybody, play areas for children, and various entertainment facilities. Accommodation is never a problem. There are numerous holiday homes, pensions, and hotels where you may happily stay. What's more, every summer there are beach volleyball and beach football competitions, as well as an international folk dancing competition and various concerts. The name suits the place, the 19th of May. This area provides tourists with an opportunity to enjoy a great holiday with its areas of natural beauty, places of cultural and historical interest, camping areas, water sports, and nice accommodation with plateaus and the sea. Roman history may be examined at the Yörükler Tumulus. The wooden architecture of Anatolia may be appreciated at the one-levelled wooden mosque and the stone bridges of Yörükler and Fındıklı villages. And the Yörükler Turkish bath and Şeybe shrine may also be enjoyed. Nebien Plateau is a gem for nature lovers. It has got bicycle and walking routes, mountaineering, paragliding, and many places to take beautiful photographs. Kuş Kayası waterfall, hidden among the trees, is waiting to be explored. If you fancy drinking tea in a museum exhibiting artifacts from generations ago, then you should check out the Kösedik village coffee houses. Interestingly, not only Turkey's, but also one of the world's most important wetlands is located here. Known as the Kızılırmak Delta or bird paradise, it has about 350 different species of bird that may be observed from special observation cabins. In spring, the Subazar forest is submerged and provides a spectacle rarely seen elsewhere in the world. Also, this region has the Black Sea region's only civil aviation school. Anybody who loves nature is gonna love this area. The city featuring in many fairy tales, Bafra. Its Kızılırmak Delta has extremely fertile soil, hundreds of species of bird, and has been the center of many different cultures throughout the ages. Stretching for 60 kilometers along the coast of Bafra, the Kızılırmak Delta is the heart of this district. The Derbent and Altınkaya dams and the lighthouse are also places worth a visit. For fish lovers, Turkey's most delicious carp can be found in lakes in Bafra. For bird watchers, the wetlands and marshes provide a great location to observe and photograph birds. Between Bafra and İkiztepe, there are many signs of various cultures that have inhabited the region. The Beylik village and Blackberry Mounds are two such interesting features. Moreover, two mosques mentioned in Evliya Çelebi's famous travel tales are found here. Other important places to visit include the Ali Bey Spring, Asar Castle, the Shifa Turkish baths, and the impressive Çetinkaya Bridge. Interestingly, traditional carpets and mats are still woven, especially in the villages of the mountains. Nazım Tevfik was one of Turkey's most important poets, and at the end of August, festivals are organized in his honor. Also, there is the Watermelon Festival, and various concerts, folk dancing, speeches and exhibitions are organized. Every year, in the evening of Ramadan's 14th and 15th day, children carry lamps to light up the streets and avenues, and this has now become a local tradition. Before leaving Bafra, don't forget to try the pide, the special nokul dessert, its ice cream, and the delicious, creamy Turkish delight. A natural wonder, relatively undiscovered and untouched, famous for its beautiful pine trees. Alacham. There are plenty of historical places to see here. Picnic seekers won't be disappointed with the Gey Koshan Plateau. The beaches are clean and the trees are beautiful, making it a perfect place to take a dip in the sea. The Gey Koshan tomb is worth a visit, as is the Hidrelis festival that takes place every year on the 6th of May to celebrate the start of summer. On the 7th of May, festivals are organised around the Hussein Dede tomb, which is found at the base of the beautiful Dirtmen Plateau. The locals have become masters of knitwear, carpeting and wooden products. You may buy all kinds of delightful, locally made gifts for your friends here. If you fancy trying some local culinary delicacies, there is a special chicken dish and sheep's cheese that are unique to the area. Yakakent is a natural stopover between Sinop and Samsun, and is this province's only district to be located right on the coast. It is a fisherman's paradise with hundreds of different species, including the rare mersid. This district is an ideal place to swim with its clean beaches and unpolluted sea. Also, walking in nature and eating some delicious seafoods adds to its charm. With a flood of tourists in the summer, those seeking enjoyable nightlife and live music won't be disappointed. If you fancy getting away from the stresses and strains of city life, Yakakent is an ideal place to camp, especially close to Kayala village on the banks of the Kunduz Balık Lake. Pine tree forests that stretch right to the sea and the Cham Lake provide a perfect place to swim and to have a picnic. At the end of July every year, cultural and artistic events are organised. There are sport, music and food competitions. Kushimoto is a city in Japan and has been twinned with Yakakent to strengthen the bonds between our two nations. The famous sportsman Yaşar Doğu was born here. For thousands of years, this area has hosted many different cultures, and with its large forests and coastline, is ready to host visitors. It is possible to come across various mosques of historical interest and of other remains from prehistory, including the Kale Doğu mound. Interestingly, the Bekdemir village mosque was built by workmen brought from Egypt and made only from wood and has remained in fine condition. The Stone Inn near to Çakallı, has managed to last for an incredible 700 years and is a good example of Selçuklu construction. The Çakallı Bridge over the Çakallı River is a good example of Ottoman design. The house of the famous Yaşar Doğu sportsman is one of the symbols of Kavak. For those wishing to try different kinds of tastes, there are some interesting foods like goose bread, special Çakallı menemen, putul bread, modamak, as well as other local specialities. Havza. It was in this district where Ataturk officially started the Turkish War of Independence. The building that General Mustafa Kemal used as his headquarters has been preserved and is open to visitors as the Gazi Room. On the 25th of May every year there are enjoyable festivals to remember and to celebrate Ataturk. There are many places of historical interest here worth seeing. This area has been famous for thousands of years for its health-giving springs, with its colourless, pure and smellless water. Three particularly well-known springs are the Aslan Ağzı Kuzguzu, Shifa and Marif Turkish baths. Surrounded by luscious green forests, picnic areas and nice spots to rest abound. If you like to try local culinary specialities, you won't be disappointed, and the tea is delicious too. Ladik, an area of tourism mentioned in Evliya Çelebi's travel notes that may add excitement to your life with its areas of natural beauty and festivals. The district hosts places of historical interest from the Selçuklu and Ottoman times. The Bulbul Hatun and Avcı Sultan mosques are of particular note, and the Juma Mosque has been made famous by the Imam's use of a sword. The most popular tourist attraction in the area is the Hamamaya Springs, and with its water, picnic areas and recreational facilities is a great place to visit. Ladik Lake and Akdağ provide you with breathtaking views throughout the year. You can enjoy looking at the flowers in summer and the snow and ice in the winter. If you like to ski, Akdağ is the place to be. At the top of the mountain, there is the Akdağ Winter Sports and Skiing Centre that prepares you for all kinds of different pistes. In the summer, it is even possible to ski on the grass. In this region, during the festivals, there is wrestling, paragliding, winter and summer skiing, windsurfing, sailing and horse riding. This is Vezir Köprü, taking its name from General Köprülü Mehmet, and has witnessed many interesting events and natural disasters. It has been a favourite place to settle for many cultures since the dawn of mankind because of its fertile river basin and water network. There are all kinds of places of historical interest from prehistory, Selçuklu and Ottoman times. Digging at Oyma Arch has led to the discovery of Nerik, the Hittites' holy city. Esenköy, Zindankaya graves are some of the district's most noteworthy places to be visited. Most of the structures built from stone in the Ottoman period are still in use today. Despite some big earthquakes, places of historical interest have preserved their architectural distinctiveness. Additionally, there are traditional Turkish houses in this region which inspire modern civil architecture. The slopes of the Kızılırmak Valley, covered with thick forest, is a place to soothe your soul. There are small, sweet streams, plateaus, forests, lakes, ponds, and a deer farm. This district has opened itself to those seeking refuge in hard times. When observing from one of the hills, you can appreciate the impressive views and feel a deep sense of inner peace. In Gökgöl village, there is a 130-year-old mosque that stands among trees of a similar age. In the grounds of the mosque, a ceremony called the Ziyaret is carried out on the second day of the festival of sacrifice. At Koşaca, Kılavuzlu, Yarımca and Musa Ağa villages, there are a few mosques and remains of a church that are worth seeing. Even though it is a small district, Asarcık contains some valuable places to see and has a fresh, mountain-like feeling in the summer months. In the last week of August, Asarcık hosts an enjoyable fairground where wrestling and horse racing competitions are carried out. In 1864, many Circassians were exiled from Russia and settled in this area. Thus, a synthesis of Caucasian and Turkish culture was formed. A name rooted in history. Tekeköy. A teke was established by Şeyh Zeynuddin, who also set up a farm, and both of them were to become a town in the future called Tekeköy. The history of Tekeköy is as old as that of humans, with evidence of people living in caves thousands of years ago. Now, this district has become an industrial centre. Woven goods produced in Tekeköy are unique to the region and cannot be found elsewhere in Anatolia. Delikli Kaya is a late-period Frigg castle. Some other places of historical interest include the Şeyh Yusuf Mosque and Shrine, Çınar Alan Village Mosque, and the windmill. Atatürk's house, copied from the original, gives you a taste of where he lived in Salonika. In the Gelemen area of this region, there is the coastal forest that has become rare in the Black Sea region. The Hacı Osman Wood and various hills make this place a very pleasant picnic and recreational spot. Nature lovers will really appreciate the Tekeköy Valley, and photographers may like to check out Tekeköy caves, which look particularly impressive at sunset. Kabaceviz waterfall is a place close to Tekeköy. Walks in nature, bicycle tours and rafting are organised regularly. In modern facilities and accommodation centres, local foods may be tasted. Çarşamba, the source of abundance. Founded on both sides of the Yeşilırmak River on a fertile prairie, it was first settled in 1370. The area is full of opportunities, with its fertile land and rapidly developing industry all in a place of natural beauty. The district is well known for its fine sandy beaches, and natural lakes, surrounded by reeds, and is famous for its wealth of seafoods. There are some interesting mosques in this district, especially the Gurjeli Mosque, constructed only from wood without the use of a single nail. For those in need of spiritual support, there are dervish lodges spread throughout the region. Çarşamba Bridge, built in 1931, is an important feature of the region and symbolizes the period of the Republic. The district is rich in old city remains, windmills, Turkish baths, old markets, and trees hundreds of years old. After the Lausanne Agreement, migrants from various countries settled here and formed an interesting cultural mosaic. The area has become famous for its folk songs. Food lovers wishing to taste the local delicacies won't be disappointed with dishes like keşkek or kaz tididi. Terme is the home of the legendary female warriors. It's said that the name Terme comes from Thermodon, a city founded by the Amazonian warriors. There are artifacts and places of historical interest, hundreds and even thousands of years old. Karacalla Mosque is the district's oldest, and there are others worthy of a visit. Ziyaretgah and the Cuneydi Bağdadi Shrine fills up on especially Saturdays. Akgöl and Simenet are the two largest lakes in the region and have been labelled as an officially protected area for its wildlife. With its hundreds of wild birds, it is a place of natural wonder. Milic is a place that must be visited with its clean sea, clean beaches and beautiful spots to rest. Uluderevari is a place of natural beauty that must be seen. To add spice to the area, there is the Amazon, rice, golden hazelnut and traditional Hıdrellez festivals, as well as various horse races. A district more like a fairy tale. Salıpazarı. As a market was set up there during the 1960s on Tuesday, it took the name Salıpazarı. With its history, its dream and its fish, it's a place worth seeing for everybody. Places of particular interest include the Garpu Castle and Gunner picnic areas that are thought to have belonged to the Amazonians. Yeşil and Karaman are the names of two wooden mosques that are 300 years old. Samsun, Topal and Yeşil are names of interesting shrines worth a visit. On the 5th, 6th and 7th of May, Hıdrellez festivals that celebrate the start of summer are carried out, and at the same time, various strawberry festivals. A hidden paradise, Ayvacık. With its lakes and island, a place of wonderful natural beauty. The Suat Uğurlu Dam divides the district into two parts and hosts two electric power stations. You can recharge your batteries here, enjoying the unspoiled nature and hospitality of the local people. With activities like trekking, off-road, bicycling and fishing, you can be sure of having a really great time here. The Yeşilırmak Valley, surrounded by mountains, has a lake that has always attracted tourists. In spring and summer, the pine forests around the lake are perfect places to have a picnic or to stop and rest. The fish and meat restaurants here are notable, and if you desire, you may stay overnight and admire the natural beauty. A jijim is an example of one of Ayvacık's local products. Now, close your eyes and imagine a person, naive and pure, like Vezir Kirpu and Ladik. Determined and strong, like Canik and Çarşamba. Fresh and hopeful, like Havza and İlkadım. Self-sacrificing and loving, like Bafra and Asarcık. Childish and well-intentioned, like Ayvacık and Yakakent. When you leave this province, the sincerest thing that you may share with your loved ones is the warm-bloodedness and hospitality of the people of Samsun.